Good day, everyone. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the chat if you're live with me today. I know that some of you are probably watching this on the replay because there was a bit of confusion regarding the actual time. So if you saw a different time in the actual email, we apologize. That was a mistake on our side. But nevertheless, we are here today. Teresa says live. 9 watching. Come on, 7 more likes. I love that. Innocent, absolutely love it. You need to make sure you're always on all these live streams. Can I give you guys a setup today? Something that you can utilize in your trading? Can I give you a setup? Let me know. I put the music soft, or I'll end up just jiving out to that the entire time. Good day, everyone. Good day, new to tech. More value. Thank you, Innocent. Welcome, Star. 10 people. Hopefully, we're going to get 10 likes as well. Somebody let me know what Donald Trump is saying, because the markets are tumbling. What is he saying? Right? He's like, he's determined to make the markets fall or rise, depending on how you're looking at it. But it is interesting. The entire markets are just dropping out of the sky. We've got the stock market tanking. We've got people running to gold for safety. We got Bitcoin needing prayer. As I told you guys in the weekly outlook, if we do not stay above that particular line on XRP and on Bitcoin, we're going to go down, and we went down. Now, of course, I don't want to see that, being a holder of a little bit of XRP as well. I don't want to see that. But being in it from 2017, I've become numb to this now. This is why everybody was screaming, you'll get rich of XRP in the next week. Was lying, right? And this is why we use trading to fund our crypto accounts. Everybody give me a 10 in the chat if you're ready to learn something today. I'm not going to be too long today, but you know what? That's what I always say, and then I end up giving too much value in any case. But I'm going to give you a simple setup today. Simple one. Right? Let me just say, some of you might come to this and be like, Coach, this is my strategy going forward. Now there'll be someone sitting here saying, Coach, don't give them the, but at the end of the day, we have to give to receive. That's what we do. Shout out to Carla as well. Thank you for joining. Coaching, I'm requesting if you can look at EU and EJ. I will look at them, yes. Tell me what you think is happening. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll have a look at them as well. I haven't looked at EJ in years. Coach Cindy used to be a pair. Right? EJ, I don't know. I have to check if I even have it on my chart here. Oh, I do. Euro JPY. Oh, cool. My last time I looked at it, I looked at a sell and it worked. All right, here's the rule for everything today. Just hit sell. Just hit sell. The markets are tanking. We don't know what Donald Trump is saying. Right? We don't know what he's saying there, but he's clearly what he's saying is causing... Is he live somewhere? I don't know. I don't know if he's live somewhere. Maybe I'm missing something. Where's all the people today, man? Where's all the people today? Only 9 people on the stream. I think it might be the time discrepancy thing, but for the 9 that joined me here today, for the few that might still join, I'm going to give you value. You know what? You should start sharing these things on your socials as well. Getting people to actually join the call. Because, each one is the name of the game, right? Give me a second. Let me fight a couple of people. Let me get the stream up. Okay. So on average, oh, there was a cabinet meeting. Okay. On average, the setup I'm going to give you happens like, I don't want to say it happens every third day or anything like that. It more so happens utilizing a 3-day situation, right? And I'm going to show you how powerful this is. But before we go there, let's look at tomorrow's news. Let's see what's up tomorrow on the charts. By the way, I'll take some questions as well today. If you guys want some questions answered, ask. 13 people on the stream. Let's get those 13 likes. 13 likes is a minimum. I'm getting messages on my phone also saying, talk about EU. You guys tell me, what do you think happening on EU? Innocent says, talk about divergence for EU and EJ. I'll check. Okay, let's first go to the news. This should be part of your daily routine. Today, is this today? Yeah, 26. If you're trading the Australian pairs, then there was some CPI news there, so that's big. No major high impact news on the folders here, but whenever the president speaks, consider that, even if it's an orange folder, write this down for your notes. Whenever you see the president speak, or even the, what's his name? Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, even if it shows orange over here, consider that high impact, right? Consider the high impact news. Okay, give me 11 in the chat if you guys heard that. High impact news 1111. Okay, so tomorrow, 27th of Feb, we're looking at USD GDP Q on Q. So that's going to be some movement over there later in the day. Unemployment claims as well. Both of these, by the way, are tradable, right? Both of these are tradable. So utilize them. You don't have to be fearful and run away of those ones. These ones are tradable. Okay. So have a look at that tomorrow. And then, of course, on Friday, we've got the core PCE price index. So there's some tradable opportunities there as well. Give me a second. Just unplugged my fan here by mistake. Let me get some cool air on myself. Okay, so who's ready to learn something really simple and really powerful today? Let me know in the chat. And also the way you let me know is you're going to hit the like button. All right, go and hit the like button on that as well. And if you're feeling good about it, just, share it on your socials as well if you can. If not, we're not going to hold you to it. Very informal stream today, but by the time I get done with this, you guys are going to be amazed. Now, if you're a student, you might have seen this already. You might have seen me do this before, so it might not be completely new to you, but it might be a good refresher as well. So let me take you to the actual charts. One setup that you can utilize. Now, if you've been paying attention, I've been building on this idea for the last couple of weeks. Well, not for the last couple of weeks, but since I think about Saturday last week. I'll bring up my chart real quick. And let me just go to a random chart here. You know what? Let me find a clean chart. And so I've been talking about this for a while, kind of like in the actual streams, and you let me know. And please, let's chat with me on the live, right? Let's stay active in the chat, so I know you guys are paying attention as well. And thank you for joining again. I do this for you guys. So every time you show up, it gives me an opportunity to give you more value. Okay. Whether it's a weekly, a daily, or even a monthly, this is going to be powerful. Now, it will work on a 4-hour. It will work on all the lower time frames as well. But it's always going to be a little bit more powerful on the higher time frames, right? Okay. So here's what I've been teaching you for a while now. I've been teaching you that when you see that price closes beyond the previous candle like this, right, that the next candle thereafter is likely to go down, which it does, right? And then when it closes again beyond that, that the next candle is also likely to go down, which it does. Then when it closes beyond that, the next candle is likely to go down, which it does. And then, of course, here we have this green candle. Now, we have to ask ourselves, what is that? Why is it happening? Because everything happens for a reason. And usually when candles close down like that, for the person who's writing a note, when you get the opposing candle, it just means that there's been a movement past a swing point, right? And sometimes you'll get that candle pulling up again, right? So, but the key factor here is that you are going to get some days wrong, but the idea is that you want to get most of them correct, right? Most of them correct. So you'll even see in this movement over here on top, on the way up, we get that close above that candle, the next candle goes up, right? We get that close and the next candle goes up and then pulls back, which is okay, right? And then we kind of stagnate here between this, and then we get that closure above there. So here we would have thought the next candle goes down, which it does. This green candle goes down first before coming up. But once we close above, we expect the next candle to go up. That red candle was a green candle first all the way up till there before coming down. So that it's an up candle as well. Right? Up candle. Everyone tracking with me so far, who remembers that? Let me know in the chat. You know that as a basic thing. You know that. You understand that, right? Let me know in the chat. Innocent, how many likes do we have now? We got 16 people on the stream. How many people like the stream? Let me know. Now, in the mastermind cohort that's coming up, which is going to be powerful, I am going to be talking a little bit more on this. And it's going to allow you. There's 16 people on stream, 12 likes. 4 of you are... I don't know what you guys are doing. Let me forgive you beforehand. Okay. Let me show you something. Write this down for your notes, in fact, before I even show you something. There can be no reversal. Write this down. There can be no reversal without a swing point. Right? There can be no reversal without a swing point. I'm drawing something up for you. There can be no reversal without the swing point. When you have that, you've written that down, give me a 5 in the chat. No reversal without the swing point. We got 1 5. There we go. Alright, let me see if I can quickly copy this over. Now, what is the swing point? The swing point is a 3 candle formation. A 3 candle formation. That is a bearish swing point. Everything is in a candle, by the way. I had a great conversation with Andrea yesterday. And she said something powerful. I have to learn the candles. Right? And that's absolutely true. Everything is in the candle. That's a bearish swing point. Now, by the way, they don't all have to be the same color. So let me just quickly change up the colors here. Because I don't want you guys to think, oh, it has to all be red. Let's do that. And that's a bullish swing point. There can be no reversal without a swing point. Right? There can be no reversal without a swing point. Okay, now we're going to start this off. We're on a weekly. I'm going to start this off on a weekly, and then we'll look at the other time frames such as daily and everything as that as well. This has been coming on for years. I've taught it years ago as well. I'm just recapping it here again. I've taught it even probably in last year as well, but I'm recapping it again. Candles tell you something, right? They tell you something. Now watch this. I'm going to give you the third candle trade, right? This candle. I'll give you the third candle trade. And I'm going to tell you where they form as well. Is that okay? Let me know in the chat if that's okay. 19 people on the stream. Please let us make sure we get 19 likes. I'm excited, man. I like teaching people. So what am I drawing on here? One of the concepts I'll be speaking on the cohort is the concept of liquidity. When we look at higher time frame candles, we don't really have context. All we see is, we just see one candle. But what's actually happening here is a master pattern. Right? There's a master pattern in here. You won't see it now, but I'm going to give you some gems about it. Now, if you're taking notes and you kind of like reviewing this, the third candle is the candle you're going to trade. You allow the first and the second to give you an idea. The third and the fourth candle, actually, I should say, is the high probability ones. Right? You don't always get the fourth one, but the fourth one would be a high probability one as well. Okay. Memorize what you're seeing on the chart real quick. I'm going to show you something interesting. And I'm going to tell you what you need to look for. Someone's going to say, Coach, why are you giving this information away? No, I'm giving it away because I believe you're going to know and you're going to trust that we have more available to you. And that's what I want to share. And also, I just want to help people. Is that okay? Can Kingdom Day Traders Academy just help people? Right? Is that okay? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so third candle, we're going to trade that. Third candle over here. Fourth candle as well. This is a very old thing that I've been doing. In fact, for those of you who can remember, this might be even about 4 years old. It was called my single candle swing method. But over the years, it's gotten a lot more powerful. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple of this. The idea here is, write this down for your notes, is that you have one candle, and the second candle you want to go higher than the first candle and close inside of the range. Very important. Close inside of the range of the first candle. Right? What do you mean? One candle here. Second candle, sweep the liquidity above the high of that candle. And then close down inside of the range of that candle. Then the third and fourth candle become your trade candles. You guys tracking with me? Let me know in the chat. Please chat with me. As 17 people on stream, 2 got bored. Right? Okay. Let me show you a couple examples and hopefully you see that this is powerful, right? Let's start over here. Right at the top of this market, we get, look at this, candle number 1. In fact, I'm going to do this. Candle number 1. Candle number 2 sweeps the high and closes inside of the range of that candle. Candle number 3 and 4 is the one you trade. Right? So then you get that expansion, 3 and 4. Right? Now it goes further down, and that's okay, but you're really going to be focused on 3 and 4. Okay? This is very powerful. I'm going to show you. Remember, it's a 3 candle situation, right? This is, of course, a weekly. Let me go back and we'll just look at how many of these we actually see from this particular area. So here's one price goes lower than that low. Right? And don't get confused about it, because you're going to say to yourself, Coach, but does that actually close in the range because it's lower than that? No. Remember, it's a green candle. Closes in the range. Right? Closes in the range. So which candles do you trade? Third and fourth. Now, look. This looks like it's a down candle. But remember, it opens up here, goes all the way till there before falling back. Right? So you have a buy up in here. And then if the next day happens, depending on what you believe is going to happen structure-wise, you could get this candle also as a buy, which then goes actually into the fifth and sixth candle even, right? Follow along. Welcome, Don. All right, watch this. 3 candle formation again. It's a swing point. Reversals cannot happen without the swing point. Look at this, right? And I'm going to show you how to get in that candle. Don't worry. Candle number 1. First candle goes lower, sweeps the liquidity, closes inside of the range of that candle. Candle 3, buy. Candle 4, buy up till there before coming down. Right? So remember, candle 3 is your most high probability one, but candle 4 is your extra. Right? Coach, does this really happen that much? Watch. Can be any color. Remember that candle number 1, candle number 2 sweeps the low, closes in the range. Candle number 3, candle number 4 are buys. Isn't that amazing? Let me know. Then we go up, we get no more swing points, no more swing points. Boom. Wait a minute. Sweep. Closes up inside of the range. Candle number 3, buy. Candle number 4, buy. Thank you, Andrew. You're the only one who believes. And Mr. Will as well. Welcome, Anthony. Miss you, man. Hey, we got everybody on today. Make sure you hit the like. 21 people, 21 likes. Please. Let's keep going. Now we're moving up this way. Everything's going up. And all of a sudden, we get a sweep. This one closes strongly inside of the range. Even beyond the range, but closes in. And then candle number 3, candle number 4. Even though this is a green candle, listen to me. Drops down before coming up. Right? I got you, Anthony. No problem, man. Been there, done that. Wear all the t-shirts. Right? Let's keep it going. Here's another one. Candle sweeps, closes in the range. Candle number 3, candle number 4, buys. How do you know which direction it's going to take? Well, wait and see where the candle closes. Right? Does this work only on the weekly or on all time frames? Every single time frame. And as a general rule, you'll never hear me teach anything that doesn't work on all the time frames. Right? Everything I teach is fractal, all time frames. The market, if it does it on one time frame, it will do it on all time frames. Now, there's a tremendously good nuance in knowing how to utilize this, and it becomes a lot more powerful within the master pattern. But that being said, I don't want to be the kind of person who only says I can show you something but doesn't show you, right? So I'm here to show you. Thank you for that. Okay, now let's keep going. So here, look at this one, right? This one doesn't go over that high, so no, we don't utilize that. However, we go here and we go over that high, and we actually go over this high. So candle number 3, candle number 4 sells. Right? Candle number 3, candle number 4 sells. Look at this one. You know what? Let me do a few that's fast now quickly. I'll do a few more fast and I'll talk to you about how we utilize this. But hopefully this is enough to get you to actually like the stream. Thank you, Brandon. Check this out. We go down, sweep and close in the range. Candle number 3, candle number 4, buys. Is that good? Somebody must have told someone this is good. We got 24 people on the stream now. It's getting better, right? And remember, it's not that every single one of them are going to work. Don't assume that, right? Don't assume every one of them are going to work. So here's one, for instance, that doesn't get as much trade, right? It goes up, closes in the range, comes down, yes, but only till there and stops. Now, I want you to remember that one and memorize that one, because I'm going to give you some easy targets on that. Write this down for your notes as well. Can you please go to the higher time frame? I am on the higher time frame. I'm on the weekly. Do you mean lower time frame? Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the other stuff, right? So write this down as well. Brandon, why are you late? First, apologize for being late, man. First, apologize. You're never late. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna show you now. Whenever I say a range, we are talking about a high to a low. Sometimes there are swing points, but in this case, right? In this case, it's not a swing point. It's the range of the entire candle. So if this is a candle next to it, remember, if you go back to the beginning, it's a 3-candle formation. All good, Brandon. I'm just kidding. 3-candle formation. No reversals in the market ever happen without a swing point, right? So, and a range is the open, high, low, close of the candle, right? Of a single candle. No problem, Isabel. Okay, so check this out. So we go. So the prerequisite that you guys need here is that you need to know what an open, high, low, close is. Right? I'm not teaching that today, but when you look at a red candle, you should know that a red candle opens up at the top, goes higher, drops down, and closes here. Right? So that red candle closes with inside of the range of this. And then from that point onwards, we get 3 and 4 being down. Right? 3 and 4 being down. It's a swing point idea. Then we get this one here. There's this candle, this red candle over here. We then go ahead and close inside of the range. The third and fourth candle go down. Isn't this amazing? All right, let me know. Let me know if it's amazing. That's the hard thing about teaching on these streams. When you can't hear the feedback from people, it becomes like tough. Now there's a lot more here. You get this one as well. All right. Closes in the range. 3 and 4 goes down. Here we go. Red candle. Green candle closes inside of the range. Now you look at this red candle, you might think this up, but this is going down. But remember, it doesn't, because at some point it was up there. And then this one starts a journey again. Now, this one is arguably a little bit trickier, right? Because you're not sure if this one's going to be, the next one's going to be down or up. But that's okay. You don't have to get every single one of them correct. Right? The game plan is trade the high probability ones. Now, if you've been paying attention, you should already see that the ones that work the best are the ones that have like a big candle like this. And then the middle candle smaller, because it allows you a bigger range to trade in. Right? Let's do some more, and then I'll talk about how that third candle operates. Okay, so close below, inside the range of that candle. Third one goes down, fourth one comes up. That's just unlucky. That's not the one that's going to work. Right? This one over here closes in the range. Now, this is very important. It has to close in the range. Right? The candle must close inside of the range. The close is inside of that, right? Then third candle goes down. This one is a green candle, but does go down as well inside of that wick, right? And then fifth candle, sixth candle, all of those go down as well. Okay, let's actually look at, there's a whole lot more. I don't want to cover all of them, But as you can see, there's this one, this one, this one, that one, that one, this one. There's a ton. Now, to everybody else's question, does this actually work on all the time frames, right? Let me show you. Now, what should really impress you is what I'm going to show you just towards the end. Or not towards the end, but kind of like inside of that third candle. Okay, let me clear all this mess. Okay, let's do this one on top over here because it's quite clear to see. This is a weekly time frame, right? And our objective is to trade this. Now, if you guys, especially my mastermind students, if you had been doing what I've been teaching you to do for years, which is not to trade, replay price action, but instead do this, which is my favorite thing to do, is how I figure out everything, which is highlight and circle an area of interest, right? Highlight and circle an area of interest like that. Wow, Innocent, thank you, man. And then investigate that on lower time frame. So what would I normally do? I'd highlight that. This is what you should do as your end of day markups every day. Curate hundreds of these images and you'll become an expert at reading the patterns in the market, right? So let's look at that. Now, what do I see when I go down? Okay, still the same area. Okay, interesting. Do I see anything? I should ask myself. Now, when you just look at one of them, you'll probably be looking at this and being like, I see absolutely nothing. Because it just makes no sense, right? But if you've seen 100 or 200 of them, and yes, I said 100 or 200 of them, you'll start to recognize patterns. Let me go down even further. You start to look at them like this and you say, what do I see inside of there? Okay? Now, what you do have to do is, though, make sure, let me go back to that weekly. Right? Make sure you know when the new candle starts. So you could do this. You could just replay that away. So that when you highlight and circle it and you look down on something like a 4-hour, right? Now you're only seeing those first two candles. Okay? You're only seeing that first two candles. You guys tracking with me? And then, of course, when the next candle comes, you play it out. You try to figure out, what is price actually doing? Like, what is it showing me? Right? What do I see? I'm going to play it out, and I'm going to point out a couple of things to you. Notice for one, for the most part, wherever... Let me go back to that weekly real quick. Pay very close attention to something here. This is one of the first tips. This doesn't always happen, but this is a powerful signal nonetheless. I'm going to draw on one here as well, just so I can bring it home for you guys. These are the best ones. First things first, so one of the best ones that you get, right, are the ones that when you go down to a lower time frame, such as a 4-hour, your respective time frame, you see that was the high that it cleared, candle closed in that range, and then you see price attempt to take that line again, break down from that line. That is this is the third candle happening here now. Right? How do I know that? Look on top as I take my mouse over it. It says Monday over here. Right? If I go one day back, it says Sunday. So here's your third candle. Pay attention closely. Goes up, hits that line again, breaks down from that line, then starts to produce lower price action. Okay? You guys with me on this? Now, this is first candle, second candle, third candle happening over here. If you look right at the top of this point, you're not going to see it on this particular example, right? Only because this is likely where you'll find divergence. For those who've been tracking divergence, let me see if I can actually point it out to you real quick. This is the high of the third candle, by the way. Let me just see if I can point it out with the US dollar. Where are we now? Let me clear all this stuff off here. Option I. It's a chart to this point. I'm going to quickly replay it just so that I can get to the same spot. Okay, let me see. Is that the same spot? Look at this. Coincidence? How is that possible? And that's your first signal right there. At that spot. I mean, that's a random spot I just chose. Right? How is it possible that that would be the point? The highest point in the market where the market diverges. Somebody hit like on that, right? Every single time. I told you, wherever there's divergence, that's when the market maker or the institutions or the composite man, whatever you call it, that is where it happens, right? At that point. And how did I know it was going to happen there? I literally just said, well, let's just go ahead and check and see whether it will be there. And it'll be there. Okay, so in that third candle, that's where we get the price action. Where are your targets? Write this down for your notes. If this is a weekly, because we started off with the weekly. This first candle. This is the easy targets. I'm going to tell you where the first targets are. Take your Gann box or your Fibonacci or whatever from the high to the low. Put that on. Right, and your first target is the 50% of that candle. Second target is the low of that candle. Now there are going to be times when you're already past that, right? Wow, innocent divergence is a game changer for me. I really grew my account in 3 days by 3%. Well done, awesome, man. That's what I love to hear. Right? Tell me you went through some of the education that I gave you on YouTube multiple times. Let me know, right, if you did. So, first target, boom, over there. Second target, at the low of that candle. Those are your easy, low-hanging fruit targets. Obviously, you can use other techniques, like I use standard deviations, lows, highs, all of those kind of things. But the easy ones are the ones I'm giving you, right? There and there. Hopefully, you're finding value in what I'm teaching you. So, close. And if you're not taking notes, it's on you, right? You have to watch this thing again. Close in the range. When price starts to progress after that third candle, first target 50% of the range, last target over there. Now, how do I come up with this stuff? Well, from a swing low to a swing high, in between is what? Equilibrium. It's equilibrium of which? Of which candle inside of there? Right? Where do we break the curve on the other side over here? These things are... I've been teaching this for years. Right? This was my original single candle swing method. And the single candle was that middle candle. Now, I want you to pay attention what happens here. Look here. No coincidence here. Look how it comes from that top. Falls down, hits this level, and reacts there. Right? It reacts at that level. Why? Because that's the 50% of this swing range from this low to that high. Reacts at that level. And then, of course, from that point onwards, it responds there and then breaks and goes down. Now, I'll give you a little secret as well. If it reacts, goes away, and then breaks down below the reaction, which is here, it's almost certain after that point it's going down to the low. Somebody write that down. Give me a like on this stream, please, somebody. Okay, so that's one way, right? Let me show you something else real quick. When you get up to this point, The high point here. Your divergence, you get that. All of those things are good. Okay. What then? How do you know that this starts a progression for the way on the way down? What do you want to see? You want to see price go up to that point, yes. But then after that, you want to see it close below previous candles. When you start to see that, that's the signal. Are we going down? Right? There we go. That's what you see. It closes below those candles and then it goes down. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's go to a daily one for this time around. Let's go here. Even though that third candle's up, let me tell you something. That third candle, I'll show you, Brandon. But write this down. The first and most important thing is time, not price. It's time. You need to know the right time of day to enter. So price goes above that, closes in the range. We got our 50% marker up there, right? That's a daily, so we can go down to a 1 hour. What's it there? Yeah, so now we start playing the next day's candle out. Okay, all right. So watch this. See that? You see that? Now, what did I say earlier on? If it reacts at the midpoint, we do nothing. Right? We wait until the reaction gets broken. If we're at the midpoint. The area that was reacting comes down, bang, and down. Right? Now, let's take it a step further than that. Where does the actual turning points come? We wait for divergence to occur. Right, we wait for it to occur, which happens here. And then we just wait and see, okay, what is price doing? If you pay real close attention and you train your eyes to see these things, right, you might just see this. I'm gonna zoom in quite big for you all to see it. See price doing this, you're waiting. Be patient. Price goes up, closes higher than the candle, pulls higher than the candle next to it, closes in the range. The same thing, it's fractal. We did it on the weekly, we did it on the daily, and now we're doing it on the hour. Which candle goes down next? Third candle. Right? Look here. Closes in the range. How do we know this closes in the range? Isn't that higher than that wick? Yes, but it's a red candle. Red candle closes at the bottom, so that's where it closed. Closes in the range of the green candle. Third candle down. So now, what you did was, you allowed the daily to do that, and then waited for the hour to confirm in that third candle the same thing. Right? If you get to equilibrium, price reacts off of it, wait till it gets broken. And not just till the equilibrium gets broken, till the reaction, the last reaction from there gets broken. Breaks here, trade there. That's an SPR, by the way. So an easy entry over here would be my SPR entry. That would be a perfect entry. SPR plus a gap. Down we go. Right, if you ended up here on top, first target, is here. Coincidence? No, that we get a reaction on that midpoint. And the next target will be here at the bottom, right? Which we get. We probably, if we get this close to it and move up, it means we already got it on the dollar. Exactly, look at that. We already took it out on the dollar. And we go down. That's exactly it, yes. Now, I mean, think about this. Let me show you something else. This will be another entry, right? This is a 1 hour. So, sorry, my mouse is a bit sticky here. Trying to play one candle. Okay, let's wait till that 1 hour goes in. Okay, 1 hour's in there. 1 hour inside of the SPR, inside of the gap. 1 hour corresponding time frame is the 5 minute. Right? Now what's important here is that you do correspond it with the correct time of day, right? So everything in here is not an entry. Right? Okay, so what happens then? Boom. Wait a minute. Why does this happen every single time at those points? Right? Why does that happen? Next candle. What do we get? Close below that low. Next candle. Right now, think about it. That's the diverging point. That's the high. Shouldn't really get higher than that. Otherwise, we'll be doing new divergence. Right? Okay. Look at the good one. Perfect. We actually do get higher. Right? Let me correct it here. So remember, we're not entering off of divergence on its own. Why am I not able to click? Okay, so that one's like that now. And that's like that. So there's no divergence now. Oh, there is still a bit. So we could still go lower in this next one. One more candle. Okay, here we go. So what's happening? We close lower. We diverge at the top. But look on the dollar over here. Actually, this one doesn't diverge, so which means there's going to be divergence further down somewhere. But let's leave that divergence for a moment. I'll show it to you when it does come. Here's what I want you to see. You see this one over here? A little bit advanced, so watch the section twice over. In this scenario over here, the first candle isn't this green one here. It's that red one. Why? Because the green one is an inside bar of the entire red one. It's housed inside of that entire candle. So those two candles are actually one. If I was to go up to a higher time frame, there'll be one candle. So we go higher, close inside of the range of the red candle. Third candle down, fourth candle down. Over here, we go higher, close in the range, third candle down. Right? Hope you guys are finding value. And I mean, you don't have to catch it there. Don't be that person. You don't have to catch it there. Right? You really don't have to catch it there. You can allow price action to give you more indication. Now I'm going to show you. I played one candle too much here, but I wanted to show you this. You see this? Let me know if you like that. What did I show you there? Sweep the high, close in the range, third candle down. You could have gotten it on that candle. Down, down, down. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? And this happens on every single time frame. How do you actually trade the monthly chart, coach? Same way. Let me show you. Move all the drawings. Let me go back to one chart. There's multiple examples of it. There. Trade down for 2 months. Imagine you knew where the market was going to go for the next 2 months. Imagine you could guess that. Trade down, close in the range, third, fourth, up that way. Right? Now again, this is not happening every day. But what if you looked at 3 or 4 different charts and you applied it like that? Whichever one was doing it. Could that work? Think about it. Now here's your homework. I'm not going to go much longer, but here's your homework, right? You should go and circle, because I know it's amazing now when you see it, but let me tell you right now, as amazing as it is on its own, you will not be able to trade it like perfectly effectively until you've seen many examples of it, right? You should go and choose a time frame. Kingdom Wealth Funding, if you opt for the add-on, sir, you can hold it through the weekend. There's an add-on on it. The weekend add-on. So, what should you do? Find all the good examples. Here's what I always tell people. Don't find the bad ones that you don't understand. There's no sense in learning bad price action. Find the ones that look perfect. Mark them up. And the reason being is when you mark the ones up that look perfect, you train your brain to see what perfection looks like when it works well. And then eventually, when it doesn't look that way, you'll know that it looks slightly different, right? And you're not going to trade that. So now that third candle is super powerful. I want to give you one last one. One of the other things that I like very much is I like trading the gaps, right? The FEGs from an FEG. So for instance, like here. Now this one's super powerful because this is not actually a perfect one here because we don't close in the range. Let me take that one off. Let me only find the perfect ones. Here's a gap over here. And let me find another one. Just looking for the ones that has the gap. Yeah, over here. Let's start off by this one. Last thing I'm going to teach, right? Coach, what really happens in the London session? Are you asking what happened today in London session or generally in London session? The characteristics of London session is to go and take out the high and the low of Asia. The characteristics of New York session is to expand, right, in the same direction as London or reversed and target London high or low, depending on which direction it goes. Right? So, what do we see? Goes into the gap, then does this. Closes in the range, beyond the range of that candle, but closes in the range. Why do I like this one? Pay close attention. Because this one's targets are not the midpoint and the high of that candle. Right? Although there are good target points, my first and second targets in this scenario, because this is not happening at the high or the low of the market. This is happening inside of the market as it's running. Right? It's not happening like all the other examples I showed you was like this. Let me show you again. Right? It was like this kind of scenario right here at the bottom of the market. It's not a perfect example of it, but maybe this one. Right? But this particular ones are inside of the gap on the way, on the route in the market. And here's what's powerful about this. Your target is not the midpoint of this candle. Your first target is the high of the first candle. Look at that. Significant. Yes. It hits that, then pulls down. Right? First target. Second target would be whatever brought you into that gap. That's the target. Wherever you came from, and that's why this one's powerful, because you get more range to trade. Whatever brought you in, bang. Here again. Where's your targets in this one? This one's quite easy. your target's just that high because that's the drop that brought you into this gap. And here's another powerful one. Goes into the gap, closes in the range of this candle. Where's your first target? Look at this. Third candle. But coach, this candle's higher than the first candle. Doesn't matter. Look at this. Look, watch closely. Pull this across. Why does it pull back right there? Think about that. Third candle you trade. Hits it there. Comes down. Where's your overall target? The high that brought you into the gap. Right there. Bang. Super powerful. Remember, everything is on every single time frame, right? Everything is on every single time frame. How many likes do we have on the stream? We're almost done. We are almost finished. Okay, any questions? Let me go ahead and look at... I said I was going to look at EURUSD and EJ. $23 likes, 24 likes. Awesome, you guys are awesome today. Right? What time does live stream start? This live stream started an hour ago. I know there was an issue in the email. We apologize for that. There's a mistake in the email. It says an hour later. But remember, when I end the stream, right? When I end the stream, it will start. You can go back to the beginning again and go and watch it. Please go back to the beginning, by the way. There's a lot. The whole scenario starts from the beginning. Right? The whole build-up. EJ. The thing about this is, let me just say something about the market as a whole. You should get in the habit of getting ready to trade it within a half an hour prior to the high probability times of the actual day. Because whatever you see now, if you guys are used to looking at the weekly outlook, you'll know that I say that as well. Whatever you think you're seeing now in the market, right? You should come and look at it again right before that time, because what happens is the market tends to change and do something different closer to the actual time. Let me just see here. I'm not even sure. I have to check this. Is EJ and EURUSD correlated? I haven't done this in EJ in a long time. This looks like inversely correlated. So let me turn it around. Yeah, inversely correlated. Let's see what we got. Wow, this is really out of sync with each other. That high is that high there. It's quite a lot of divergence over here. That's that. So it's important to mark off the correct ones, right? Heather, yes. If you want a little earlier, I would have said we did make a mistake with the actual email, but we did send out a 15-minute prior to the actual session notice as well. So we apologize for that. The email did say the incorrect time, but I didn't want to not go live when it says 15 minutes to the start, because I knew people would jump on. And so don't feel like you missed it though, because you can always go back. You can always go back to the beginning again. I'm almost done. I'm literally done. Alright, but if you go back to the beginning, I'm sure you'll find tremendous value. And you know what you can do for me, Heather, is when you do go back to the beginning, you can be the only one that drops a comment. because all the chats, all the messages in the chat just become live chat. But maybe you can drop me a comment there. That would be good. Okay, so what are we seeing? Looking at price action over here, we're getting some slanted movement there, and on this side, we're getting some. These are not the same candles. Let me check. Yeah, I don't like this. I'd rather trade markets that are closer correlated, innocent. I'd rather do that because I don't want to be guessing all the highs like this and things like that. So in these cases, what I would just do is just look at them on their own, right? I'll look at them on their own. So let's go to EJ on their own. Or I'll find out what is currently most correlated to that EJ. Maybe it's UJ. Maybe it's one of the other ones, you know, GBP, JPY. And you can just use ChatGPT to do that. So this is pretty easy. Price is doing, right? Price is just doing lower lows here and lower highs, and we keep reacting off of the last candles up. We then come over here, we get some nice pullback, this particular level. So the lower hanging fruit targets are definitely here and here. Now we would look at the correlated assets just to make sure that we don't take them on one of those ones already. Do we blindly sell them? No. Remember this little rule. In order to go down, right? In order to go down, we must go up first. Remember that little rule. Price only trades from 2 points in session during the market high probability times, which is not now, by the way. I want to see the market either take a high or trade into a gap. Might not be this gap, might not be that high, but I want to see it do one of those two things before I look to trade lower. Never chase this candle. I'll never get involved in that. I'd look at this. Right? Price grabs that high, then breaks down. Always goes high first before going down. Look. Goes high, breaks down. And what does it do? Go high to take out a high or trades into a gap. It's only two things it does. Trades into a gap, goes lower down, takes out a high, goes lower down. Wait for that signatures. In order to go down, we must go up first. Right? In order to go down, we must go up first. Okay. Any other questions? I don't even think I have, Innocent. I don't even think I have the what is the JPY index again? Do you know what the JPY index is? Just give it to me. So I don't trade this. I don't have it on. But I used to give it to everybody. JXY, I think. Yeah. Took a guess there. Let's see. Green candles going up. Inversely correlated, yeah, so I can go this way. See, so this low has already been taken over here, but even this is not correlated. We've taken that low till there. That low has been taken, that one is taken. Yeah, we can go down until here. But I'm going to tell you what will be the signal that we're not going down until there. See this weekly level here that we just went beneath. If, listen closely, this for you, Innocent. If price comes up and trades through a gap. See how I tried to trade through that gap and close above it. It didn't. It pulled back in the range. If price comes up here and trades through a 4-hour gap, it's not going there first. It's then going to reach higher up into here for a daily area, and then from the daily area drop down into this level. Right? But for now, it went high to do what? Only does two things. It went high, right, to either take out a high or trade into a gap. And then this did the same. And then of course there's some divergence here as well. And price drops down. And in the mastermind code, I'm going to teach you how to understand when these turning points happen. So I did something interesting. Let me actually show you guys this. And this is not actual numbers that I'm going to show you right now, right? I did a different test today. Remember what we did in class on Monday when I did the live backtesting? I went in and I traded it the actual month of February live. Do you guys remember that? Put that in the chat. Let me know. Trade the month of February live. But today, I did something else. I went into the same market again. Started from the beginning of February. So the same thing again. And I traded the entire February. And I'm saying this again. I'm trading it not like I would normally trade it. I'm trading what I call perfect trading, in the sense that I'm making sure I get every available setup, right? Every setup that sets up with the rule. So what I'm actually doing is, thank you, Isabel. What I'm actually doing is trying to see how many setups are available, and if in an ideal world I caught all of them correctly with the correct set of rules, how many of them would work out and how many of them would fail, right? And so these are the numbers I came up with today when I looked at it. So please understand that, right? Yes. My FX book has a correlation chart on it. I will just say this about the My FX book aspect of it. Look at the correlation between the times that you're actually trading. So on the correlation chart, it gives you daily, it gives you 4 hour, it gives you all of those things. Make sure that you set it to that particular thing, because sometimes certain markets correlate during a certain window, but they don't correlate during other windows. Give you an example. When the New York market is open, right, then you're going to find all the USD pairs correlate. But when the New York market closes, then the USD pairs might not correlate as well, but they will start correlating with Japanese yen pairs and stuff like that because of the different time zones. So just be careful of that. Set them to the time zones as well. But here's what I wanted to show you guys. So this is an ideal situation. Every trade caught with the correct set of rules. 52 trades would have set up, and 52 trades would have set up. I think it was 30 winners, 16 losers, with, as far as I can see, not 16 losers, 16, because I think this is going to take some of that off there, because those two, oh no, it's 6 break evens, yeah, that's correct. This is as far as I could see. Of course, I have to do it again just to make sure that I have caught every single one of them, but I wanted to see what it looks like if we catch all of them with a correct set of rules. Now, correct set of rules doesn't mean you're not going to take losses. You'll take losses as well. But it was interesting for me to see that in 1 month, if all of the setups were caught that were there with the correct set of rules, that worked out to 102%, right? Gain in that month. Now, that will never happen in an actual live account if you're trading it like that, of course. But why do we do this kind of exercise? I do it because you need to understand the setup that you trade. Does it happen frequently enough? And does it give you enough profitability as well? Right? And so I did this with the actual set of rules that I'm going to be teaching in the cohort, because I have a lot more rules with some of the stuff that I do as well, things that I've done over the years, but it's not necessary for me to do all of that. I specifically set it to the cohort rules, and I wanted to see how much it gives. So win rate 65%. Of course, some of it's going to be losses. This is why we don't extend our losses. We take the losses that we should be taking. We don't add to those losses. We take it and we move on. But yeah, that was the kind of result. I thought that would be interesting to show you guys. And then for the most part, every day was a winning day except that one particular day. And there was a day where there was no trades in there as well. And the 29th as well. 2 days, no trades. Right? So that's how it looked. But that was all the setup. So as you can see, some days I had more trades than others. But that's how it ended up looking. Not through, this is not what I did in class. What I did in class was actual live trading. This is just me trying to find the best possible scenario. But it's a good exercise for you guys to learn as well. Try and do that, because what you want to do is understand, right? Does your setup actually give you enough to trade? Thank you, everybody. I stayed longer than I intended to. It's an hour and 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys have found tremendous value in that. I've taken you from that Saturday class till today. Taught you firstly what's the closures of the candles, and I taught you which ones are significant. Right? Watch it multiple times, over and over. Can't promise to be live every time, right? But when I can and time permits. I'm also trying to build up this channel, this YouTube channel, man. We've had it for years. We haven't really been focusing on social media or anything like that. But it seems that people want to see some form of credibility in terms of YouTube as well. We're really not looking for everyone. We're just looking for people who are fast, right? That's the key. So thank you, everybody. You guys be blessed. Remember to spend time with your family, your loved ones. Life is not only about trading, right? Spend time with those who matter, first and foremost. Then for the others, for my students, I shall see you on tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, and we will be back to regular programming. I'm going to be teaching supply and demand again, and I'm going to be teaching you how to utilize and do that, right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, everyone. Here's your homework. Go and circle. Now, for the person who will actually do it, you will be blessed by this. Thank you, Innocent. That's exactly what we try and do. It's about family. It's about a community, right? So thank you for that comment. So you will be blessed by this. For the person who goes and finds 100 to 200 examples of this, circles it, and looks at each single one of them, you will see some things that the next person will not see, and that will change your trading as a whole. As a general rule for myself, if I discover anything on the chart, I look at it at least 200 times, right? The homework is circle for you guys 100 of these. Go down to lower time frames. Look at how they develop out of that area. Visualize it. Mark it up. Screenshot it. Save it in a folder on your computer. Look at it again and again and again. Let me tell you what happens. It's like when you buy your first car. All of a sudden you see it on the road. It's because you've trained your mind to see that thing. And you start seeing it everywhere. The same will happen in trading over and over and over and over. Right? Just keep on doing it. It's the tedious things, the things that you don't like, that will make you a successful trader. Years from now, you'll see some of your peers be tremendously successful. Sorry, messing up my words there. You'll see your peers be tremendously successful. And you will ask, how did you get here? And they will answer, I backtested, I looked at the markets on a daily basis, and I screenshotted. Remember, you will never be a trader if you don't backtest, right? Everything else beyond that point is just gambling. Everything you've ever learned in life, you've learned in hindsight. Don't let trading be the one thing you try and do a different way. Someone wrote a textbook. Someone taught you how to walk. Someone told you this. It was someone else's vision, information, ideas that you learned from. Do the same in trading. Sitting in front of the chart all day watching the candles move does nothing for you. Go and see what the market has already done. Study historical price action to understand future price action. Alright? Thank you, everybody. You know, I can rant a little bit, so let me go before this rant takes on a new form. You guys be blessed. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. It is 10:49 over here. Alright, so I gotta go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining again, man. You guys are awesome.